Aries, this is Renee from Angelic Comfort with your love and romance reading for the month of July 2019. This reading may or may not resonate with all of you as it's a general reading. Just take what is and leave what's not. If it doesn't work for you, don't force it. Okay? We are great manifestors of the mind and we can manifest anything that we're thinking. So if it doesn't resonate with you, let it go, okay? And I will be putting up other signs later. It's very helpful if you know your sun, moon, and rising signs also, so you can go based on that, look that up on the internet. It's based on the date and the time and the location you were born. So those are very important when it comes to anything astrological, because most of us are more than just what our birth sign is, as far as like being an Aries. You're not all Aries necessarily, okay? You have other signs in you that make it up. So here we go. All right, so for Love and Romance, July 2019, Aries, we have the Ten of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Devil card is the underlying energy here, okay? So the Devil card represents lust, okay, or lust over somebody, a situation, raw, passionate lust, okay, wanting somebody really bad, but not necessarily for the right reasons, okay? Devil card, in a lot of cases, could mean that, wanting a lot of sexual activity and raw, passionate sexual activity, but there might not be anything behind it except for that sexual pleasure, okay? So the Ten of Cups is, Aries, you want a happy home, or you've had a happy home. Maybe you've been single for a while, looking for somebody, but somebody's going to come in, or you've just ended a relationship where you have been deceived, okay? And when we have the Lust card, talking about this raw passion and stuff, it doesn't usually typically form a relationship. If it does, it doesn't usually last long. It's not usually a very happy relationship besides the bedroom, okay? But we look at the Five of Swords, and again, that's a battle. That's a battle that's been won, not necessarily for the other people, obviously, but it's a victorious victory if we take a look at it, okay? It can also mean deceit, all right? As does the Page of Swords can also mean deceit. Somebody younger coming in, kind of flashy. It could be a message. The pages bring messages. It could be a message being received of deceit. Could be that, you're interested in somebody who's already in a relationship and they're not being upfront and honest with you, or you've just gone through that, okay? Or you're very having a relationship with somebody who is already married or in a relationship themselves, but this is a lustful sexual relationship that's not going to go anywhere, and it's deceitful. It's deceitful because obviously if somebody's with somebody else, it's not going to bloom for you, and if it does, it's for the wrong reasons. Because here we have, again, the relationship card of the Three of Swords. Somebody getting hurt typically means a love triangle, okay? So for those of you may have just gone through this or could be going through this, it's really important to open your eyes and see. We have the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands is a very flashy person. They have to be the center of attention, very smart, very creative, and you don't want to deceive the King of Wands, and he could be another fire sign, where the swords are your air signs, or the person can have the quality of your air signs, which is an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. And your fire signs being your Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Okay, so, and if we take a look at this, we have the Ten of Cups, which is Pisces. Usually your Pisces, your Scorpio, and your Cancer. So we have the King of Wands here being present. This person can be very flashy, very showy when they're in a relationship with somebody, really put their partner right out there, and very supportive as long as they're not bored, okay, and you're being honest and telling the truth. So you could have new beginnings coming along. The Fool card jumps in but doesn't always look before they jump, right? They don't pay attention. I discussed this in the general reading, in the general outlook for the week, that they don't always pay attention. They just go in and take that leap of faith, but they're not cautious to possible outcomes or what could happen. They just kind of jump right in and do that. But whoever this is, it's moving fast. They're coming in fast, or somebody new is coming in fast, okay? So at this point, you have the Judgment card. And when you have the Judgment card, it could be that you're looking over, because this Judgment card is Libra, typically. They like balance, right? So when you take a look at the Judgment card, and they want fairness and they want balance within their life. So you're going to be like weighing this, or if you're a cross watcher and say that you're an air sign or have the air sign qualities, you're going to be paying attention to this relationship, where it's going to go. Is this person really worth it? What are they keeping from you? And the Emperor is a very self-reliant person, okay? So when we take a look at the Emperor, that could be you, or it could be somebody else who's coming into your life. They don't need anybody to support them. They are usually very level-headed thinkers. They might be in business for themselves. They are very financially set, okay? And they're very fair about everything. The Emperor embraces that of somebody who's independent, who may have been, just focusing on themselves for a while, and they've risen with their own qualities. They don't need anybody to support them or to carry them. They're not emotionally set on anybody, okay? As far as needing somebody, not emotionally needy. So that could be somebody who's coming into your life. So you might be weighing between two options. This person who you have this lust for, or this person who's like the Emperor. You're going to kind of balance that out. So you could be having one that you have on your mind, or one that you've been seeing for a while, who's that tempting person, or you might have that other person who is, emotionally stable and not needy and clingy, and can make it on their own. They're not looking for a relationship where they have to save somebody. And you don't have to save them. They're looking for the relationship that is going to be balanced out and continue on with authentic love. So with the Knight of Wands, again, it could be news coming in. Typically young, and they're young. They rush in. They don't always look at all the details when they go, and they can leave as quickly as they came. Okay, so if they get bored, they will move on. Okay. This could be you. This could be, I don't see it as being the person who's the Emperor. It could be another option that's coming in, or this could be the other person in the beginning. And then this could be you. It could be somebody else. Typically, the Queen of Swords, she's, or he, don't look at this as being sexually gendered, because this is a general reading. But he or she could have been divorced. They could have been single for quite some time. Again, they could be very self-sufficient, not needing anybody. They will defend anybody who, they believe is right, as long as they're right. Okay, but if you cross the person, they will cut you right out. They're very sharp with their words and don't put up with any nonsense. So, and these could all be people coming into your life. Some of this could represent you. Okay, being single for a while, It could be that somebody's focused on themselves and they're not going to put up with the nonsense. They're going to see through everything. So that could be you. Okay? So there you go. July 2019, Love and Romance for Aries. Have a great day and enjoy your month. And namaste.